for the ride from 2 to the half of the 5. Mondays to Fridays happening live. What we gon' have a ball, you can text your guys. Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. Are you ready for the traffic avenue? Let me tell you what you really gotta do. You can count on us, we come through. We got everything you need, that's true. An applause for the traffic avenue.
Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, the Traffic Avenue. Traffic Avenue, the show for me and you. Mondays to Fridays, ooh, Traffic Avenue, oh
yeah. City 97.3. Accra.
Detailed news, unparalleled coverage. City News on 97.3 FM.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
City News.
It's 17:30 GMT. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. I am Umaru Sanda Amadou, and tonight I'm here with
Eno Safo.
And coming up over the next 90 minutes, government fails to get organized labor to rescind its decision to call a nationwide strike at the end of the month if it fails to deal with Galamsey. Government has asked for more time. Organized labor says no way. And still talking about the mining sector, government's claim of terminating the lease of a mining company in Bogoso has been disputed by the company itself, which has encouraged workers to go back and work. We'll be hearing from both the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources and the company involved. And later on Eyewitness News, members of the Teachers and Educational Workers Union, TEWU, have declared a strike. These are the teachers in public and technical universities, and they are joining their colleagues who are senior staff association members in the universities to declare a strike over conditions of service, including issues relating to the failure of the government to remit their Tier 2 deductions to their schemes. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and many other stories on Eyewitness News. And in business,
CBG denies sale of bank to Swiss entity.
That's in 50 minutes from the City Business Desk. Eyewitness News is live across Ghana on a number of affiliate stations, including in the Western region on Beach 105.5 FM in Takoradi and Sky Power 93.5 FM also in Takoradi. In the Bono region, we are on Greener 95.9 FM in Suyani. In the Ahafo region, we are on Hammers Radio 106.5 in Goso. In the Ashanti region, we are on Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi, Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Volta region, we are on Revival 99.3 FM in Tajevu. In the Northern region, we are on Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM. In the Upper East region, we are on Tanga 93.7 FM in Bolga. And in the Upper West region, we are on Tungsung 97.3 FM in Wa and Jirapa 96.1 FM also based in Wa. We are live across Ghana on citynewsroom.com and the world, of course. We are also on YouTube, we are on Facebook, and we are interactive. Join us. WhatsApp number 0549 986 996 0549 986 996. Send me tweets now on a platform known as X using the handle at Umaru Sanda. You can send your messages also to @City973. This is the Election Bureau broadcasting from number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka in Accra on 97.3 Citi FM. My guest tonight on Point Blank, so usually on Point Blank we have a one-on-one interview where we engage guests in studio. Tonight we've decided to flip the coin a bit. We've brought our guest before Point Blank, so our guest is starting the show with us tonight. Now, my guest speaks for the running mate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempede, Member of Parliament for Menchia South. Now, my guest has been touring with his boss in the western part of the country, They've just made a whistle stop in Accra on their way to other regions, and we decided to drag him in studio. He was a broadcaster before he became a politician. Or I don't know if he was a politician, but he's been hiding it and became a journalist.
Just like I hide
Fifi Boafo, you're welcome to my show.
Thank you, Sander.
How are you?
It could have been better, but it's not bad.
I've been following you for long when you were doing your media job from Newsroom FM, when you ran away to go and collect more money at Oman FM after Citi Media started. It's okay. Continue. How are you? You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
I thought you issue a disclaimer or something. You won't.
Oh, well, there was a reason why Citi decided to poach me from Newsroom FM. And, of course, why not? If it comes with some...
Small happiness.
Well, not happiness per se, but something to cushion you to take care of the family. Why not?
Yeah. But that was many years ago. I was in secondary school when you did that massive.
So I started chopping millions when we were in
When I was in secondary school, I was eating Gary when you were being poached. Anyway, how are you guys doing?
Charlie, very well.
How is the campaign? You've not done. Okay, you're a journalist, so you may have followed a candidate around, but I'm not sure you've done a national campaign like this where you're moving up and down before.
Well, so because of the job as a journalist and as a political reporter, I've been engaged in this since 2000, so about 24 years now. Wow. So it's not entirely new, but this time around, of course, slightly different now. You are part of a team managing a running mate. Mm-hmm. That's slightly different, but of course, the dynamics is not entirely different. Okay. It is what I've been used to since 2000, involved in this.
Is it difficult to manage Napo? You can confess, I won't tell him.
No, but then if there's something to say, I think he's the first person I'll mention it to. Okay. Because being part of a team, the first thing you need to do is to do a SWOT analysis, do an assessment, give feedback on what is happening within the team. So if there's somebody to say something to with regards to how the team is performing, definitely he's the person to say it to, not to Sander.
I see. But, I mean, my people wanted to know, so I was going to whistle to them after you tell me that, so I'll tell people that...
Your people? Who are your people?
My listeners.
Oh.
I think they want to know.
They want to know whether it is difficult.
What kind of person is Napo? I mean, outside what we see on the TV, here on the radio. In private life, how is he like?
He's a tease.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a jovial person. Very forthright. He's fun to be with. He's strict. And he's a result-oriented, go-getter, that kind of person. So you find him at one point in time very serious about, we must get this thing done. But when we are done with that conversation, he will move on and he starts teasing you. I hear the people who are after you, and he's laughing at you, and that's it. Yeah.
I see NDC people especially, even though maybe there are other critics who may not be political, they write stuff on social media like, oh, Napo is speaking today, or everybody wait for it. It's almost like whenever he speaks, he generates headlines, lots of them very controversial. And that's why I asked you the question, whether it's difficult to manage him, because you have been at this side of the microphone before. You know some of the faux pas from politicians that sometimes may even be unpardonable. Your boss appears to be the man who makes the headlines, sometimes for the wrong reasons. That's what I'm asking. Is it difficult to manage his communication?
I said this on radio yesterday when someone asked, really, is he making the news for the bad reasons? And I said, okay, so what is news? You have a gentleman who will be in 3 constituencies in a day. 3 constituencies in a day. In a constituency, you will spend about 40 minutes at 4 different places talking to the people. And someone within a week decides that out of all the things he said, pick some 5 seconds soundbite out of it and says that it defines all the things he's been saying to the people and that he considers to be the news. That's what you want to put out there, but that is not what he's sharing with the people, and that is not the feedback the people are getting from him. Because I've been with him, we've been moving around the country, and I've been listening to him, I've been getting the feedback from the people. The feedback you get from the people is not what some people want us to believe it is. Because genuinely, this is a man, when you go out there with him, the people perceive him as, the guy who is very, very hardworking and who will get you a result when you give him the opportunity to serve you. Because who is Napo? Napo is a gentleman who has been a member of parliament for 16 years. And when you go to Menchia South, the people of Menchia South will tell you that he's had a massive impact on the constituency. He has delivered. Indeed, before Dr. Bawumia nominated him to be his running mate, the people in Menchia South had voted for him to represent them again in parliament. So his impact in the constituency is there. He served as a minister of state. I can ask you today, what is the Napo story as Minister of Education? And I'm sure it won't take you a second, a microsecond, to say that, oh, that's the guy who led the team to implement the free SHS policy. I am very sure. If I should ask you, Professor Nanijin Pukwajima, as Education Minister, what is their story? It will take you a while. I'm not asking you. That's not your job to do. But it will take you a while. But the person listening to me, if I should pose the question, tell us, what did Napo do as Education Minister? Or tell us, what did Professor Gina Pukwajima, what did she do as Education Minister? And I'm sure the positive you will have to say about Napo will be enormous. Same cannot be said of Professor Gina Pukwajima.
Maybe I'll say that she set the foundation for you to build the free SHS on by leaving behind classroom blocks for you.
Could you kindly elaborate that foundation? What sort of foundation?
E-blocks. That became your savior when you were overwhelmed with students.
That's not the case. You see, I like the fact that you're trying very hard in getting an answer for us.
Why are you explaining how I'm getting there?
No, you're struggling.
Who said I'm struggling? Who said I'm?
It's pretty obvious. Like, maybe I could say
I don't speak for her. I'm just saying.
So that's what I'm saying. Don't even attempt it, because it will not do good to your reputation.
Fifi, you said that.
So I am saying that the perception out there when Napo is engaging the people is that this is the guy who will deliver you results. At the Ministry of Energy, when people were concerned about Dumso, recently we had some challenges.
He told us to go and have our own Dumso timetable.
What Napo told you was that he was going to get the problem fixed. And the problem is fixed.
What Napo told us was disrespectful, condescending, and uncaring. That's what he told us. He said we should go and create our own timetable.
So that is how you want to understand it. What Napo said was, I do not believe that there is Dumso which requires us to get a timetable. The problem will be solved. Today, do we have Dumso? Has the problem been solved? Yes, the problem has been solved. And that is Napo. When you give him the job, be rest assured, he shall give you a result. He should tell you something.
But Fifi, he wants to be our chief or second chief servants. And yet, when he speaks to us, we are not happy, we are angry. Does it mean you have to help him with how to communicate? Look, last week, I did an interview with you because there was an audio in circulation that he had said he was going to bring back Galamsey. He was going to go and return excavators to miners. I interviewed you. You said that did not happen. You're going to send me a full video of what transpired. We didn't have a reporter there. You sent me a 21-minute video. I have watched the whole thing. I did not hear him, in fairness, to have said that they return miners. It does not mean that there's a possibility you have cut it out. I don't know. It's possible you have cut it out. It's possible you have not. I'm saying possible. No.
At least you should say that I know Fifi and I know his reputation.
No, I don't know you. How can I say I know you and I know your reputation?
Oh, really? You're doubting my reputation, Sandra. Come on.
Fifi, I'm just saying that.
But you know me.
I'm just saying that these are possibilities. It's possible that the audio that we played was doctored. It's also possible that what you sent us, you have taken Napo's thing. But my point is that in that video, the first 1.5 minutes or so, he says something like this. Those of you blowing the vuvuzela, I'm going to spend only 40 minutes with you. If you will not keep quiet and stop playing the vuvuzela and listen to me, I'm leaving.
You are sounding different.
That's how he said it.
No. He said that, but you are sounding different. You see, you can say...
Why would you say things like that?
Wait a minute. You can say the same thing, but the tone would connote something different.
Okay.
So I can tell you, those playing the vuvuzela, I have 5 minutes to spend here. Please stop playing the vuvuzela so I can make my point.
That would sound nice. But it didn't sound like that.
There's nothing wrong with that. But back to the point. So, Sanda, there's something I have said in one of my conversations on radio where a journalist called me and said, oh, Napo has said this. And why must he say that? So I pose the question. Napo has been around. Napo has been talking about the fact that under Dr. Baumier's presidency, he will promote agribusinesses. Napo has been talking about under Dr. Baumier's presidency, he would ensure that our youth who are out there who do not have jobs, he will give them jobs. He's talking about the fact that as part of industrialization drive, people will be employed. We're training 1 million youth with IT skills that will make them employable. The number of infrastructure projects we have across the country, which have been left to rot, some not in the best of shape, government will partner with private sector, refurbish these infrastructure projects we have across our country. Carpenters, masons, plumbers, tilers, electricians, about 500,000 of them would get jobs. With agribusiness, we'll look at each enclave. What do they have? How best can we help them industrialize what we have beyond just producing raw materials? All these things, Napo is talking about them. But you call as a media person, and what is your interest? Your interest is, he says something else. You ask yourself, genuinely, what is the interest of the people listening to radio? Are the people listening to radio interested in job creation? I believe the answer is yes. But the media says, oh no, we are not interested in discussing that. Are they interested in the fact that some of our the infrastructure projects out there, it is not in the best of shape? You don't want to have a conversation about it, but you bring it out. So that's why I'm saying that if you go out there...
Are you blaming the media?
I am not.
Because I remember when you were hosting the national agenda.
I am only telling you that I have accepted the fact that now the business of the media is to be in business.
And to report what people have said.
So the business of the media is to be in the business. And this is the explanation
and
to what
people have said.
And this is the explanation to what I'm saying. The business is that what would be the sensational story?
Really?
What will get people going to read the story? Because the headline you see, I can bet you I've not sat in your editorial meetings. But at least they've been around for a while.
Was that what you were doing when you were hosting national agenda?
I have been around for a while. And I know that day in, day out, what the media houses are looking for is what is bringing the numbers. What will people want to listen to?
Okay.
Is it the same as what is really in the interests of the state? Because...
Is that new, or it's always been like that when you were practicing this job?
So, hitherto, I remember my days at Adom FM. Yes, at the end
I want us to use the Oman FM one.
I'll get to that. I've worked with a number of radio stations. I remember my days at Adom FM. At the end of every month, they will come back with what the multimedia people know as tracker. To say that, okay, yes, Adom is number this, this station is number that, this station is number that, and that is the basis of... Today, it is very easy to check. Because I remember those days, some of the staff would dispute it and say that, this is not the exact situation. I'm doing better than this. But these days, people will go on social media. The show, Citi Eyewitness News is on. How many people are watching it live on Facebook?
Yes, you can see it.
You can easily see it.
How many people are reacting?
How many people are reacting to it? It is easy. And the interest of this radio station, the interest of the newspaper or the interest of the online portal is how many people are following the stories you are putting out there. So it is in the interest of the media house to be in business. So I'm not in any way blaming the media, but to say that, yes, we admit that the media want stories that will excite their following in order to follow. But I'm telling you that the story being told out there is not entirely what it is.
If you know the problem that you have, then it should be easy for you to get the medicine. If you know that the media are waiting for you to make a slip and for them to publish, don't make a slip. But your candidate, either deliberately or maybe that's his nature, says the things that make the headlines.
So let me give you...
And they are negative headlines. We haven't forced him to say the things he said.
So let me give you...
Nobody told him, say, Mukwame Nkrumah. He said it. The media reported what he said.
Sanda,
yes.
So on Saturday, Napo was at a rally in Kumasi. And Napo said, in fact, he was quoted. It was a headline. If you are in the Ashanti region and you vote for the MPP, you are a nation wrecker. And I remember very well that a lot of people sending me the headlines. What is this? What is the meaning of that? And I said, but he didn't say anything wrong. There was nothing wrong with what he said. And he asked me, why are you saying there was nothing wrong with what he said? And I said, okay, this is what he said. Politics is about development. Politics is about development. You live in the Ashanti region, where you have Professor John Evans Atamils, of blessed memory, say that the Ashanti project is terrifying. He's from the NDC stock. You had the NDC administration rolling out what they referred to at the time as capitation under the National Health Insurance Scheme. They piloted it in the Ashanti region, and after the pilot, they did not implement it any other place. Do you know what the pilot scheme was? The capitation was about? The capitation was to restrict people. So, for example, if you live in Asokwa, you could only go to hospitals within Asokwa. You could not go beyond Asokwa to seek medical attention from a different place. This the people of Ashanti region considered that it came to affect them negatively. On top of that, former President John Dramani Mahama was the president of our dear republic. He went to the Ashanti region, and this is what he said to them. Even if we pave your roads with gold, you will not appreciate it. If I tell you today that, Sanda, no matter what I do for you, you will not appreciate me, it's a clear indication to you that, you know what, I've forgotten, I've written you off.
What's your point?
I'm making the point, just a second. I've written you off. There's nothing good I'm going to do for you, because no matter what I do for you, you won't appreciate it. So he makes the point that the people who have said this to the people of Ashanti region clearly do not intend developing the Ashanti region, because to them, no matter what you do for them, you won't appreciate it. So the fact that they do not see you, or the fact that they will not develop your region because they consider you as people who are not grateful, do not vote for them, because if you vote for them, then you are against the development of the region. And people said he has said something wrong. Without even, some of them, I even pursued further by asking them, so what did he say? They've not even read the story. They saw the headline, and then they started complaining that, oh, he's making the headline for the wrong reasons. What is the wrong reason? By telling people that politics is about development, and for that reason, you must vote for a political party that will develop your region.
So you are always heard and seen trying to explain what he has said. Has it not become a baggage for the campaign? Because when Baumia speaks, we don't see Gideon Boako and Dennis Miracles Abaji coming out all the way to explain, oh, and yes, son or can say. Why is it that you have to always come and explain? Does that not show you that there's a problem in the communication? And that there's something that has to be fixed in there?
Sanda, I am telling you that some people, let us also present the running mate in a certain light. If people decide to present you in a certain light,
why not go for the candidate? The running mate is just a mate.
Nothing stops you. If people decide to present you in a certain light, nothing stops you by also explaining the point to them that I am sorry, you are presenting me in the wrong light, and that is not who I am. Because who Napo is a go-getter. Who Napo is a result-oriented person. Okay. Who Napo is an achiever.
Well.
So if you want to create a different impression about him, and he explains himself, and he said, oh, no, but why are you explaining yourself? Because you should not also sit unconcerned when people decide to sew a different dress for you to appear in public.
You not wear it?
No, I will not wear it.
So what's going to be his campaign strategy? Would he do nationwide campaign, or is going to restrict himself to some regions? What's your plan?
Well, we do not have a plan.
Wait. No. That's going to give you another headline. Napo's team has no plan. That would be a headline.
So you see,
if I was a host of National Agenda on Monday.
So that's the mischief I'm talking about. So the plan is, Napo is not a flag bearer. Napo is a running mate to Dr. Bawumia. There's a campaign team. So we work according to the plan of the campaign team. Napo on his own or his team cannot sit at one corner and say that, oh, we have carved an agenda for ourselves. There's something we are pursuing. we are going to, according to the campaign strategy of the national campaign team of the MPP. Yes, there are some constituencies being assigned to work in. Presently, we are working within the middle belt. Of course,
have you finished Western and Western North, or you took just a few constituencies?
There are some constituencies we're supposed to work in the Western region. We've done that. We've, at the moment, visited all the constituencies in Ahafo. We've been to Bono East. We finished all the constituencies in Bono East. We've done a couple in Bono, but we'll go back to finish all the constituencies in Bono. We've been to some part of Eastern region, but we'll go back to Eastern region again. Will you do Volta?
Is Volta on your plan?
Yes. Next week, for example, we'll be in Western North.
Okay.
And then when we get to Western North, we'll finish with all the constituencies in Western North. Yes, certainly we'll be in part of Volta and part of Northern region, but the major attention for what we've been assigned to do is not to spend a number of weeks in the Volta region.
But you'll be heavy on Ashanti, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, certainly.
The question is, are your running mate and your candidate, they appear to be doing the same thing. They go to do town hall meetings, meeting with the stakeholders, the chiefs and those things. Is it town hall forum? What you call it something? Youth for that connect.
So there's a community engagement. Are you not
doing the same thing? Do you not think maybe you should do a different thing than your flag bearer is doing?
No, not exactly. So the flag bearer will be, he's the main person, and he will be almost everywhere. The running mate is supposed to also engage different. They go to the same constituencies, but we engage different groups. So, for example, we went to some constituency in Ahafo. We did not go to the major towns in some of the constituencies, because when the flag bearer gets to that constituency, he will be visiting different towns. So the running mate was in the same constituency. So, for example, you go to, say, Ayawaso West Wogon. The flag bearer will be at East Legon, but the running mate may possibly go to Jolu. So you might think that, okay, they are engaging similar groupings. But then the fact that they are all going to the same constituency, one is going to Jolu, the other one is going to Abelinkwe or East Legon. The wife of the flag bearer is also out there. She has a specific groupings she's also engaging with. So it is not just like they are duplicating each other, but then there's a clear strategy in the engagement that is ongoing.
Your
in the
confession that you may not be as heavy in the north and in the Volta region as you would be in the Ashanti gives an impression that your candidate, your running mate, is not national in character. And that either he's afraid of going to those areas, or he will not be welcomed in those areas. Why would he not be heavy in the north and in Volta?
So this is a ticket. The ticket has a flag bearer. The ticket has a running mate. The wife of the flag bearer, the wife of the running mate, the national executives of the party, and other key persons who are part of the campaign. I told you, the running mate is not running a campaign of his own. He is only a mate, if you like. He's assisting his boss. So his boss has a part he is working, whereas he is complementing the effort of his boss. So, for example, if there are places the boss is spending a lot of time, you do not also want to have the running mate spending the same amount of time there, but rather assigned to play another role at different parts of the country.
My segment for Point Blank is 30 minutes. We are coming up to 30 minutes. I have to sack you from the studio, but
boss. Charlie, for respect too.
I'm giving you 30 seconds to 1 minute to speak to maybe, I don't know whether I want to speak to MPP people or you want to speak to Ghanaians generally about your campaign.
Well,
I have a comment to make after you are done.
I think that there is every reason why Ghanaians must vote for Dr. Bawumia to be our president. We should not in any way have doubts in our minds as to deciding between upgrading as a people and resetting back to the days of Dumso, back to the days of Mema Ochoko and Mema Ochoko China, back to the days when we need electricity for basic necessities of life. We will be told that the fact that we charge too many mobile phones, we cannot have power supply at all times. We are not supposed to go back to the days where teachers and nursing trainees will not have allowances to help them study. We are not supposed to go back to the days where children of poor parents cannot have access to education. Rather, we are supposed to upgrade to the state where we can get employment for our people, we will digitize our economy, we ensure that bold solutions are there to address our problems as a people. Okay. And that is the more reason why you must vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to be the president, and vote for the MPP parliamentary candidate to help him implement the bold solutions he's got for this country.
Thank you, Fifi. But before you go, I tried to ask you this when I spoke to you on the phone, but since you're here in person, you are officially, your assignment is the head of communication for Cocoa Board. We are in a period where cocoa is struggling on so many levels. Galamsey has come to make it worse. Yet you are, if I use the word hobnobbing, is that an offensive word? You are moving around the country campaigning for a running mate of a political party. Yet you are with Cocoa Board, which is a state institution that you're supposed to be playing a certain agenda for. How are you marrying being a spokesperson of Cocoa Board and also doing the job of PRO of the running mate of a political party? Do you not think you should resign one so that you can concentrate on one, like your boss himself did? Napo resigned as Minister for Energy so he can campaign. Why are you not resigning? Why are you holding the two positions?
I'm not holding two positions. So yes, I work at Cocoa Board, no doubt about it. But I'm entitled to leave this. I've worked for Cocoa Board for 7 years without taking leave. I think I've done about 5 days, 3 days in between. I was asked to be at post because my services were needed at the time. And deciding to do something else at a particular point in time, I wrote to my management, asked that I want to take my outstanding leave days, which management have granted. And I am not spending the time of Cocoa Board in doing this. Okay. I'm sure you are entitled to leave days. When you take your leave days,
I go to chill.
Sure, consider this chilling for me.
In swimming pools.
Consider this chilling for me.
Okay. So this is your annual. And so how long is your leave? Would it take you all the way to the election? And after the election?
For 7 years, I've not been on leave.
So, I mean, I just want to have an idea that it doesn't mean you are not going to return to the office until after the election, at least.
For 7 years, I've not been on leave, so I've taken my leave days.
But resign so somebody else can get the position of executive assistant of the chief executive.
Nothing stops you from applying, though.
Fifi Boafo speaks for Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, the running mate of the NPP. Thank you so much for joining us.
A pleasure is all mine.
Eyewitness News. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. My name is Umaru Sandahamadu. We'll take a break. When we come back, other stories that we are looking at here on Eyewitness News. Please stay. And let me say that on Point Blank tonight, we'll not be bringing you Point Blank. Instead, there's a lecture to be delivered by Alan Kojo Chairman, former Minister for Trade, who is leading the movement for change. We'll be crossing over to take that address. But for now, let's take this break and come back and talk about organized labor.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Hi, Aku. I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302 634 922. Toll free 0800 422 422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow, I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB personal loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the whole family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Hey, is that Cuckoo? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Ifipa. Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kaka, investment kaka, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Kojo, I want to learn how to drive.
No problem at all, my dear. I will get Uncle Kofi to teach you. He taught my father and even me.
But Kojo pa, in this day and age...
Don't take chances when it comes to learning how to drive. Your best bet is Freight Masters Driving Institute. Freight Masters Driving Institute has qualified instructors who are dedicated to equipping you with the right skills for the road. Locate our office at Tema Community 5, adjacent Golden Chopsticks, or Tema Community 25 on the Deftraco Estate Road, Ashaleboche, in the same building with Fidelity Bank, Westland, Hato, opposite Starbite Shell Filling Station, or on the Spintex Road, Aviation Highway Hydrophone Estate. Call us on 0303 973 388 or 0267 266 211. Visit our website www.freightmastersdriving.com. Freight Masters Driving Institute. Defensive driving with the right skills.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, Gugomi. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same right. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. One pair way now open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM, broadcasting from Adabraka in Accra on 97.3 Citi FM and around the globe on citynewsroom.com. My name is Umaru Sandamadu and I'm here with Enu Safo bringing you Eyewitness News. We are live across a number of affiliate stations. Gone by on the show, we brought you Fifi Boafo. He speaks for Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, the running mate of the New Patriotic Party. He joined us on a whistle stop as the team continues with their campaign. And let me say at 6:30 p.m. tonight, there will be no point blank. Instead, we'll cross over to the Alisa Hotel in Accra, where there's an event happening. The Consortium of International Trade Associations has a distinguished speaker series on foreign direct investment. And the theme is from Article 36(4) of the 1992 Constitution, which says foreign investment shall be encouraged within Ghana, subject to any law for the time being in force regulating investment in Ghana. Now, the time is at 6:30 p.m., like I said to you. We'll be bringing you that live coverage. The speaker is Honorable Alan John Chamantin, leader, Movement for Change. So do stay tuned in for that. But now, let's talk about Galamsey and the fight against it. Organized labor has been leading in the charge, ensuring or insisting that government acts. The organized labor had threatened a nationwide strike by the end of the month if government did not fix the challenges around illegal mining, also known as Galamsey. Government, in reaction, set up an ad hoc committee, which ad hoc committee invited leadership of organized labor to convince them to hold their horses. Organized labor, at the end of the meeting, issued a statement, and it's titled Outcome of Meeting with Ad Hoc Interministerial Committee. The statement reads, Organized labor concluded a meeting yesterday, 17th September 2024, with the ad hoc ministerial committee set up by the President of the Republic to engage stakeholders on the fight against the illegal mining menace currently ravaging our country. This follows organized labor's press conference, at which it outlined specific demands from government before the end of September 2024. The government team, led by the Honorable Minister for National Security, Albert Kandapa, gave a chronological rendition of their efforts at combating Galamsey. Organized labor is of the opinion that governmental efforts in the past have failed woefully to stop the Galamsey menace and its negative impact. In the wake of the existential threat this menace poses to our lives and livelihoods, organized labor remains resolute to ensure that this issue is addressed permanently. Given the dire nature of the threat we face, organized labor made additional demands to its initial demands as follows. 1. Revocation of forest, which is revocation of Forest Instrument 2023 EI 234, which is a cessation of Forest Reserve Amendment LI. 2. All political parties to sign a pact on banning Galamsey. While the government team accepted these proposals from organized labor, it requested for additional time to engage other stakeholders to enable it develop a comprehensive roadmap towards addressing the Galamsey menace. This would also enable government to respond to the specific demands of organized labor in a week. We want to reiterate that our initial demands remain unchanged. Let me take that again. We want to reiterate that our initial demands remain unchanged and timelines for action have not been varied, and that if by the end of September 2024 a favorable response is not received, our intended actions would be rolled out. We continue to count on the support of our members and well-meaning Ghanaians and urge all to remain resolute in our quest to ensure our self-preservation and a complete cessation of Galamsey in our country. 4. Organized labor. Signed, Joshua Ansan, Secretary General, 17 September 2024, Alisa Hotel, Accra. So that is the organized labor statement on Galamsey. Now, while that is happening, there's a government statement that talked about the withdrawal of a license by a company mining somewhere in the Bogoso. Eno, please tell me that story, and then we have a reaction.
The government has announced the termination of the mining leases of FGR Bogoso Prestia Mining Limited following recommendations from the Minerals Commission and the Attorney General and Minister for Justice. The announcement was made in a statement signed by the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abujinapo, on Wednesday, September 18, 2024. FGR was cautioned in August 2023 about some breaches pertaining to its mining operations and advised by the Minerals Commission to have them remedied. The statement indicated that the decision to terminate the mining leases was taken after reviewing various reports from the Minerals Commission as well as a ministerial committee constituted to review the operations of the company and after extensive engagement with all stakeholders involved in the matter.
And there's a reaction from the company that has been mentioned. And do I have that statement? If you could kindly give me the statement from the mining company, which was issued by the company in reaction to that particular position by the government. And so you've heard what Eno just read there. And the company has a letterhead, Blue Gold Bogoso Prestia Limited. And it says for immediate release, and it was issued today. And it says termination of FGR Bogoso Prestia Limited mining lease. The attention of Blue Gold has been drawn to a press release from the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources today, Wednesday, September 18, 2024, in which it states that the sector minister has terminated the mining lease for FGR Bogoso Prestia Mines on 3rd September 2024. We wish to state that no such communication has been received by the company. Furthermore, we wish to state that the grounds for any such termination would be strongly disputed by the company, and while any such dispute is ongoing, the mining leases remain fully valid and the property of the company. We therefore take this opportunity to assure all our workers on site to remain calm and go about their duties, as the process of termination of a mining lease is subject to prescribed legal procedures to protect the interests of all stakeholders and ensure that due process is followed. Blue Gold is committed to the mine as our recent investment in the mine has shown. End. Signed, Kwabna Buahin Asamoah Communications, Blue Gold. So that's just a government statement and a counter statement coming through from the company. We've been making efforts to hear from the Minerals Commission and the Ministry of Lands on what the way forward is on this matter. We've not been successful. When we do get them, we'll get their reactions to that. Meanwhile, talking about the labor front and the issues that are arising from there, there's a statement before me from the Teachers and Educational Workers Union, TEU, of TUC, and it says, Declaration of Industrial Action. The statement says, members of the Teachers and Educational Workers Union, TEU, of TUC Ghana in the public and technical universities are joining the Senior Staff Association, Universities of Ghana, and the Federation of Senior Staff Association of Ghana on an indefinite industrial action with immediate effect due to the following unresolved issues. 1. The non-implementation on the part of the Controller and Accountant General's Department to implement the negotiated and approved vehicle maintenance and off-campus allowances to our rank and file, even though an approval letter for implementation of such was issued by the Ministry of Finance to the Controller on 2nd August 2024. 2. The unfulfilled promise by government to recalculate and pay members Tier 2 interest that has accrued from the delayed payment of the Tier 2 deductions to our scheme from January 2010 to 2016. And 3. Failure on the part of government to regularly remit our Tier 2 deductions to our scheme for our fund managers to effectively manage and guarantee enhanced pensions. Currently, the government is owing our Tier 2 deductions from January 2024 to date, which is 8 months, even though such deductions were made from our hard-earned salaries. In view of the above issues, we have resolved to embark on an indefinite industrial action from Friday, 20th September 2024, until all aforementioned outstanding issues are resolved. And this is signed by Salamatu Mahama Brahima, who is the national chairperson, and the Deputy General Secretary is Charles Kofi Osei, who has signed as well. He's joined us on the line, actually, the Deputy General Secretary. Mr. Kofi Osei, you're welcome to Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Maro.
I thought coming events cast their shadows. Your strike appears to be abrupt and sudden. You didn't even give any forewarning, or did I miss the warnings?
Maro, good evening, and thank you. Good evening to your cherished listeners. Thank you for this evening. I believe you have just read the details. Is that not it?
Yes, I did.
It is clear. It is explicitly stated. And these are something that government knows and everybody knows. So if it has taken government too long even to react today, whilst approval has been given, what else again do we need to do, my brother?
My issue is, did you warn the government that if you don't do A by this date, we are going to do B?
That was the initial stage before this engagement with government took place. So if everybody knows that the government is supposed to pay SABC, this is warning enough. This is an advance notice enough.
Is it the case that government simply did not care or did not listen to you? What was the approach on the attitude from government?
I think government should best explain this to us, because once we have sat at table, we have come to an agreement, and everybody knows that this has to be paid. If there's an issue, the same, we have to sit at table and look at it. So if government is not minding you, what else again would you need? And knowing very well that when payments of this nature are not paid, for it to be used by our fund managers to enhance pension, knowing the high rate of inflation leading to a fall in the value of our currency, then you can imagine the essence of this. So We have even been too magnanimous with government. I expected you to say that, my brother.
Now, has there been any explanation as to why your monies have been deducted for payment into your pensions, but which is not happening? Has there ever been any explanation from government to you?
We haven't heard anything from government on that matter. Maybe I'm yet to know from today.
But you're certain that the deductions have been made?
Exactly, man. Which shows on your payslip.
No explanation for 8 months, and it's supposed to be paid to your tier 2 pensions.
Yes.
Let's talk about the other allowances that you're asking for: vehicle maintenance and off-campus allowance. Which one is off-campus allowance?
Yes. Off-campus allowance. You know, when you move out of your station, you work at a particular point, is that not it? And you move out to perform a certain function. You needed to be given some allowances to enable you work effectively. So, for example, if you leave your office at Citi FM and you are going off your jurisdiction to perform a certain function, you need to be well taken care of. And that is exactly what we want. It is a normal thing that is done everywhere.
What is the consequence of this announcement? Who is going to be affected? Who are members of the Teachers and Educational Workers Union? And what category of people will be affected? Are schools not on vacation?
That includes, this one is more, two of CUC are these members across the length and breadth of educational sector, especially, and also this case for those in the public universities. So the lectures are still ongoing. You get the point there. We need to take care of the administrative issues. We need to take care of the lecture hall. We need to take care of our offices and also the compound here and there. So work is always ongoing. It's an ongoing process. So we are there every day, 24/7.
What that means is that the lecture halls may not be opened in all public universities from Friday.
When we get there, you appreciate it. We have given our deadline by 20th of September.
Is there anything
when it happens like that? Is anything that can what?
Is there anything that can prevent this strike from happening 2 days from now?
Anything can happen. Government can call us as quickly as practicable. We sit at the same table and bring issues that are mind-boggling issues. Maybe government is having A, B, C, D, and we are human beings. We are all working. And don't forget, we also have our children also in the public universities and the technical universities as well.
Thank you for speaking to us, sir.
I'm grateful, and thank you for having me.
That's Charles Kofi, sir. He's Deputy General Secretary of the Teachers and Educational Workers Union, TEU. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 Citi FM. And what else do you have for us?
The Democracy Hub has announced its determination to resist any form of oppression from the Ghana Police Service during its upcoming demonstrations dubbed Stop Galamsey Now and Occupy Jubilee House, scheduled for September 21. The group made this statement during a press conference at the Freedom Center, where they outlined details of the protest, which will run from September 21 to 23. A spokesperson for the group, Raphael Williams, emphasized that protesters are not criminals and called on the Ghana Police Service to exercise restraint while carrying out their duties.
Ghana police are not supposed to guide thieves. The Ghana police is to protect properties and citizens of this country. And protesters are not criminals. And we send this caution to the Ghana police. No, they won't agree to this and they will act upon that. Always be here, order from above. They should do that. And I'm saying this once again, that the Ghana police should continue carrying live ammunitions to protest grounds where citizens who voted for change, who voted for the worst we had from the same people in government now, they should come and protect the people that they think are paying them.
Spokesperson for the Democracy Hub, Raphael Williams, and Accra High Court has placed an injunction on the planned 3-day demonstration by pressure group Democracy Hub. The action by the court follows concerns raised by the police over the venue selected by the group for their demonstration, the frontage of the Jubilee House. The court order, which was issued today, Wednesday, 18 September 2024, therefore prohibits the group from embarking on their protest. The demonstration by the group was planned for 21st to 23rd September 2024. A fire outbreak has destroyed about 50 wooden structures at Tema Community 18 around 2 o'clock p.m. today. Fire service personnel are currently on the scene with 9 fire tenders to contain the spread of the fire. According to the Ghana National Fire Service, the severity of the inferno demanded reinforcement from other fire stations from Obituary and Tema Newtown and its environs. Speaking to City News, Assistant Divisional Officer with the Public Relations Department at the GNFS headquarters, Alex King-Nate, averred that the proximity of the wooden structures is hastening the spread of the inferno. He further advised the public to desist from using gas cookers in wooden structures.
For now, we are still fighting a fire, then we would then proceed with the investigations after. But, common with wooden structures, it could be anything, but most of the time, the things that rather spread, that account for the spread is the fact that you find a lot of gas cylinders in there, a lot of freezers, a lot of cooking materials, all in there. These items tend to fuel the fires. We always advise people to desist from using gas cookers or gas cylinders when they occupy wooden structures, but it falls on deaf ears. So these are part of the reasons why the fire has escalated that much. And so we are even working with caution to make sure that none of our officers sustains any injury as a result of explosion at the scene.
That was Assistant Divisional Officer with the Public Relations Department at the Ghana National Fire Service, Alex King-Nate.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. City Business News. Be informed.
Time now for City Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Inu Safo. Let's settle for the details. The Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited has refuted widespread reports circulating on social media suggesting that the bank has been sold. Social media platforms have been awash with reports of the bank being sold to a Swiss entity, but the bank in a statement has dismissed the claims, assuring that there is no change in ownership of the bank. CBG emphasized that it remains a fully Government of Ghana-owned institution. It is thus assured that there is no cause for concern regarding customer deposits as funds are secure and safe. In other news, latest data from the Ghana Statistical Service indicates that the cumulative economic growth for the second quarter of 2024 stood at 6.9%. This is a significant increase from the 4.7% recorded in the first quarter of 2024. This growth is largely driven by the mining, quarrying, crops, information and communication, construction and manufacturing sectors. Government statistician Professor Samuel Kobna Enim gives us more highlights of the data.
In the second quarter of 2024, in current terms, the value of the economy stood at 245 billion Ghana cedis in current terms, and in constant terms, the economy stood at 45.2 billion for the period April to June 2024. This 44.2 billion Ghana cedis for the second quarter of 2024 relative to 42.2 billion Ghana cedis for the period April to June 2024 signifies a growth rate in the economy by 6.9% on a year-on-year basis, specifically between the second quarter of 2024 and the second quarter of 2023. This expansion of 6.9% is on the back of 2.5% growth rate between the period 2022 Q2 and 2023 Q2. From a non-oil perspective, we see a marginal higher growth rate of 7.0% for the second quarter of 2024 relative to 3.1% that was recorded between the period 2022 Q2 and 2023 Q2.
You heard government statistician Professor Samuel Kobna Enim there. Recent data from the Ghana Statistical Service indicates that the producer price inflation rate for August 2024 increased to 33.2% in August 2024 from 29.1% recorded in July 2024. This rate represents a 4.1 percentage point increase in producer inflation relative to the rate recorded in July. Also, the month-on-month producer inflation rate was 2.7%. According to data from the Ghana Statistical Service, the producer price inflation in the industry sector, excluding the construction sector, increased from 37.9% in July 2024 to 44.2% in August 2024. The rate in the construction sector, however, decreased to 27.7% in August 2024. In the services sector, the rate increased from 12.6% in July 2024 to 14.0% in August 2024. Now, the Association of Ghana Industries says a government-induced business-friendly environment will be crucial to helping local industries leverage local raw materials and create jobs. AGI notes that it will support initiatives to substitute clinker with calcined clay in the construction industry, a move aimed at reducing costs and enhancing sustainability. President of AGI, Dr. Humphrey Ayimdake, made these remarks at the 2024 edition of the Ghana Industrial Summit and Exhibition in Accra.
During this summit, I encourage us to explore pathways to attract investments that can rapidly develop our raw material base. The Association of Ghana Industry is keen on promoting local initiatives, such as the plan by some industries, especially the cement industries, to produce cement through the value chain and using the calcined clay as one of the substitute to clinker, and the significant clinker import can be substituted by this clear value chain initiative. The Association of Ghana Industry will be in support of government's intent to develop this new growth pole for a strategic industry like the construction, focusing on cement and using clay as one of the byproducts into this sector. With the right government support and incentives, such initiatives can save the country's significant foreign exchange and boost job creation.
As Ghana races against time to meet the European Union's deforestation requirements and other international standards, Dr. Ayimdake is also urging government to take decisive action against illegal mining, also known as Galamsey, to protect the country's natural resources.
The choices we make today will shape the legacy we leave for future generations. AGI is fully committed to driving this change, advocating for policies that promote efficient value chains and fostering collaborations that strengthens these systems. However, we cannot ignore the detrimental effects of illegal mining or Galamsey on our environment and agricultural productivity. The devastating impact of these activities extends far beyond environmental degradation, threatening the livelihoods of farmers and our national food security. In light of the upcoming regulations like the EU's deforestation regulation, we must prioritize long-term sustainability over short-term gains. We urge the government to act swiftly to address this growing menace.
Dr. Humphrey Ayimdake is president of the Association of Ghana Industries. Issuance of dud checks continues to erode confidence in Ghana's financial landscape. This is according to the Bank of Ghana, which has expressed concern over a surge in dud check issuances as detailed in its 2023 Credit Reporting Activity Annual Report. The following report provides more insights.
The point is, this is an ongoing exercise. In the next 3 months, we're going to do another exercise to review and find out whether there are additional people who've come into that kind of situation. Then we will come out with the next set of directive on these dud checks. If you are known to have issued dud checks, then what we're trying to say is that you shouldn't continue to have the check to continue to issue those dud checks. The Bank of Ghana has instructed the banks to withdraw the checkbooks from these individuals and entities. And also, banks are advised not to offer credit products to these individuals and entities, because if you are issuing that check, then you are not creditworthy, more or less. So you shouldn't enjoy credit facilities.
That was a news desk report. The American Chamber of Commerce and the Spain-Ghana Chamber of Commerce are urging the Ghana Revenue Authority to swiftly put in place measures to halt the smuggling of canned and PET soft drinks from neighboring countries into Ghana. They explain that this illegal activity threatens the survival of legitimate beverage manufacturers and undermines government revenue through taxation, as some of these beverages are offered for sale without tax stamps and at prices significantly below prevailing market rates. Speaking in an interview with Citi Business News, Executive Director of the American Chamber of Commerce in Ghana, Simon Majid, noted that these unfair trade practices must be checked.
Some of these smuggled beverages are offered for sale without tax stamp and at prices significantly below prevailing market rates, making them accessible only to those who evade the necessary custom duties, excise taxes, and other levies. We are therefore urgently calling upon the Ghana Revenue Authority to take decisive action to halt the smuggling of these PET and canned beverages, particularly Coca-Cola products, which are among the most affected. We also urge the FDA, local authorities, and market leaders in the major regions such as Accra, Kumasi, Tamale, and Takoradi to act decisively to protect these brands, preserve government revenue, and safeguard employment opportunities within the beverage sector. Additionally, we entreat the Ministry of Trade and Industry through the Ghana International Trade Commission to address these unfair trade practices. This action is essential to encourage investment in Ghana's manufacturing sector and ensure a level playing field for all businesses operating within the country. The smuggling of beverages into Ghana does not only undermine legitimate business and government revenue, but also poses risks to consumer health and safety. It is imperative that all stakeholders collaborate to combat this issue effectively.
Simon Maji is the Executive Director of the American Chamber of Commerce in Ghana. That's all for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. My name is Inu Safo.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Evipa. Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to Ma AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kaka, investment kaka, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugapa?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
The Births and Deaths Registry beckons all of us to forge a future where each birth is duly recorded and every Ghanaian life is cherished and remembered. To help capture these moments, registration is absolutely free for the first day to 12 months after birth. You are, however, encouraged to register within the first 90 days of a child's birth for timely data capturing to help government plan for the child. Ensure that you present a maternal health record book or weighing card for the registration of births. By registering births, we lay the foundation for progress and prosperity in our beloved nation. Our offices are opened from Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. This message is brought to you by the Births and Deaths Registry under the Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, supported by the Public Sector Reform for Results Projects and the World Bank. Call 030-3941-222 or visit pdr.gov.gh for further details. From the first cry to bidding farewells, everyone counts. Register now.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine engine and giving it a protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go.
Yo, Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel. Say Excellium. Choose Excellium. Choose quality.
Hey, is that cool? Hey, you've grown into a big boy, oh.
Ifipa. Even Momo is 15 years old.
It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to Ma AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kaka, investment kaka, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugger pack?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
It's 20 minutes to 1900 GMT. This is 97.3 Citi FM, broadcasting from number 11 Dr. Morton Street in Adabraka in Accra. My name is Umaru Sanda Amadou. This would have been a time for point blank, but like I indicated to you earlier, we are not doing point blank tonight. Instead, we are going to the Alisa Hotel in Accra, where the Honorable Alan John Chamantin, leader of the Movement for Change, is giving an address on foreign direct investment. He is speaking as a distinguished speaker, as a guest or guest speaker at the Distinguished Speaker Series organized by a Consortium of International Trade Association. That event is happening now, and we're taking you there right away. Thank you. Good night.